What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy, Joshy Medlock, for coming through and boosting up the coin. You best believe it, folks. So, we got some breaking news right now. Ain't no one seen before. Maximus Danelius has come out. I've seen a few corny videos. Oh, whoop-de-whoop. Oh man, Daniel, he overlooking Parker. Parker can't punch people. He can't punch for Toffee, man. And his chin's suspect. If you get put down by Dillian White, and Zhang's alright. He's got no gas though. What's he gonna do with Dubois? Hrgovic didn't want no more. Hrgovic is big and long. Dubois is bigger and taller than Parker. What's Parker gonna do? Now, and I will say this as well before we get to the parts from Dubois. This is a good setup. Yeah, Parker's a bit more flat-footed than Usyk, but the same principle. If Dubois makes a meal of Parker and it goes 12 rounds, I'm backing off. Because Usyk will punch his head off, right? He'll box him up. If Dubois don't finish his dinner with Parker, then I can't see what's he going to do with Usyk? Even if Dubois wins, if Dubois beats Parker on points and it's like Parker wins 4 rounds, well, I can see how Dubois loses 7 rounds against Usyk. So he's got to proper do this Plumber from New Zealand, Australia, one of them ones. Some serious arm. And that's what he told you he's going to do. Here's the bars. Ain't no one heard before. Exclusive to the YB.
Joseph Parker, February 22nd. I mean, your run is phenomenal. Alexander Usyk, Jarrell Miller, Filip Hrgovic, Anthony Joshua. Voluntary defence. You could have had anyone from the top 15 in the IBF. No, we'll go for a former world champion, someone who's on a great bit of form like yourself, Joseph Parker. This is a world-class fight.
Of course. That's what I need. I don't need no easy test now. I need the hardest guys around to bring the best out of me and get me up for a fight and a challenge. So, yeah, whatever Parker brings, I'm gonna be ready for it. I'm gonna be.
I rate this about Dubois as well. Yeah, there would have been a time I'd have said, "Oh, he's just lying." But the truth is, forget the Usyk fight wasn't this. The run started with Miller. Okay, Miller's not a killer. Hrgovic was though, for sure. Hrgovic is probably the best win because he didn't just stop Hrgovic. Hrgovic didn't want no more. I've seen fighters with dodgy eyes or whatever, or cut eyelids, and they're gagging for some more. He was not gagging for some more. He didn't want no more. Yeah, he wanted nothing to do with it at all. And that means something, people. Hrgovic had the best, honestly. As far as recent heavyweight boxing goes, those are some of the most dominant 5 rounds I've ever seen a fight start out as. So to go from Dubois getting boxed up like that, he lost the first 5 rounds straight. It wasn't even close. And they were wide rounds as well. To go from that to flipping it round and beating the fighter, someone in 3 rounds, that is phenomenal. Johnston, when he punched up Anthony Johnston, it's better than Usyk did though. Yeah. Although AJ did look awful. He looked the worst I've ever seen him. He looked the worst I've ever seen him. He looked the worst. But again, people were saying that same kind of leaky-deaky style, it knocked him Bungo out. And he looked awful against Wallen as well. But still, he got a stoppage. It was awful. That fight sucked, to be fair. I have to say this. I do think Usyk beat the better AJ. Particularly that second fight. He had something. He had some sort of base there. That Mbongo fight was a lucky shot, I think, if I'm honest. Any other day, that was a pot shot, a lucky shot. I haven't seen nothing that the Wallen fight didn't imply that the Ngannou fight was going to happen, and then the Dubois fight showed there's no fundamentals there. He didn't break Wallen down. He didn't break Ngannou down. He didn't get the chance to, but he hasn't improved from Usyk too. To be fair to Usyk. That said, though, if you put AJ in there, if you put that AJ who fought Dubois in there with Usyk's not stopping him. Usyk didn't stop Chisora, right? Yeah, 55 years old in boxing years. Didn't stop him. So Usyk wouldn't stop him. So the point is, I guess you can argue, well, YB, we always knew Dubois can punch hard. But if Usyk's keeping you busy and faffing off on you, then you can't get... I just don't believe it, man. I just don't believe it. If it's that easy to faff people off... Erislandy Lara does it, but Usyk's not like Erislandy Lara. Lara literally just goes out there. If Usyk's there, man, he's walking you down. He walked the big oafs down. He walked Dubois down. Well, not walked him down, but he was there in the middle of the ring. Dubois was the one being all cautious. So it begs the question, how is Usyk able to command the centre of the ring more than these big oafs? Yeah? Well, he should... Historically, they're the tentative ones. I'm coming at weight classes, so I'm going to be tentative. He's the outboxer as well. He wasn't even a pressure fighter in his cruiserweight. What's his name? That's 200-pound cat. The one that Jay Pattaya cacked his pants against. Bradis. Bradis was the one pressing forward. Yeah? Bradis was the one pressing forward. Usyk was on their back. He did it well. I mean, I didn't think it was as close as some people made out, to be honest. I thought Usyk won 8 rounds, probably. I could give him solid 8 rounds. Certainly 7. He definitely won the fight. So, but either way, little dude, man. Little fast dude, no power. What's the point having all this power? Yeah? Anyway, let's get to the rest of the bars from Dubois. But the reason I stopped it there was to say that this is a phenomenal run at this point. Yeah, Parker, to be fair to him, some people were saying, well, listen, there's no disputing. Well, what's Bakoli done, though? What's Bakoli done? A life and death with Yoka. Yeah? And I got to be honest, I watched the Yoka fight back yesterday. Martin Bakoli came out and called AJ out, and obviously I was sucking Bakoli off to beat Usyk. I watched the Bakoli versus Yoka fight back, and that was only 10 rounds. And I got to be honest, he was blowing. He was blowing, man. He was blowing bad. And I thought to myself, oh, you know what I mean? He was blowing bad. And if you can't put a dent in Yoka, a proper dent, if he hasn't hurt Usyk or seriously diminished Usyk in the first 6, he might get boxed up, if I'm honest. He might get boxed up. Although, I mean, I think a lot of these heavyweights, they look good until around round 6, round 7. So he looked good against Jared Anderson. That was round 5. Them extra 2 or 3 rounds, that's when you start finding out what's going on. Look at even Bivol, who's not a heavyweight. Bivol's wheels started falling off rounds 10, 11, 12. That's when you find out. I'm not even sure Bakoli's had a 12-round fight. All I do know for a fact is Tony Yoka had nothing to offer. He's like a E-level Usyk. Nothing to offer at all. And Bakoli couldn't finish his dinner. And in fact, them last few rounds, there was nothing in it. It wasn't like Bakoli was all over him. Bakoli was doing a little bit more than Yoka. Yoka was finished. He was finished like 5 rounds before that. So there is that question there. He obviously quit against Hunter as well in the latter rounds. Cardio makes mice of all men. So I think I'm leaning more towards now, as it happens, I'm leaning more towards Dubois doing it. Dubois got cardio. I think that's what matters in this game with Usyk. You need a whole bunch of cardio for days, and relentlessness and cardio, which Dubois has shown. He went 8 rounds of Hrgovic and was building up. He looked like he was just getting ready. Yeah, and Hrgovic felt that and thought, I don't want no more, because he was about to go out on his back. That's what was going to happen next, for sure. Dubois was just getting started, and that's Hrgovic who can really whack. Yeah, and if you can really whack like Hrgovic, there's no way backhand for backhand Hrgovic hits less than Usyk. Dubois was coming straight in him, onto him, bang on him. And Hrgovic has got the frame where he can take some of them shots in them early rounds. I'm not sure Usyk going to take them shots. Dubois putting on him. Anyway, let's get to the rest of this one here.
Ready to put him out, put him to sleep, and a challenge. So yeah, whatever Parker brings, I'm gonna be ready for it. I'm gonna be ready to put him out, put him to sleep, and I'm not overlooking anything, but I'll be ready for him.
What does he do well, in your opinion?
Put him out of his misery, man. And on that note of the Parker situation as well, these people are saying, oh, you're overlooking him. He's the next best one. Outside of, again, Bakoli. But he ducked Bakoli. What's Bakoli need? In my opinion, seriously, yeah? I think there's some serious potential in Bakoli. He needs another win, though. Yeah? He needs another win. He needs to blow F.A. Jaguars back out. And even then, I don't even rate... What's F.A. done, man? Lost to Frank Soft Body Sanchez. Come on. That's his claim to fame. You lost to Soft Body Sanchez. It's not Bakoli's fault, though. Bakoli would have fought Caballero, that would have been his come-out fight. If Bakoli stopped Caballero, now we're talking. Still, at this point, you've had one good win against an unproven... Who's Jared Anderson beat? No one. So outside of Bakoli and all that hype he's got, which is somewhat unmerited in my opinion, Carlos Takam beat Yoka on points, right? That shows you the level. I ain't gonna lie to you about it. That shows you the level of that win Bakoli got, and Bakoli was blowing. Anyway, so take Bakoli out of it and the fake hype potentially. What are you left with? You're left with Parker. Parker beat Zhang. I mean, he got put down twice, but Zhang had no gas, and he was losing rounds because he wasn't doing nothing, so he lost. Yeah. He beat Zhang. Wilder, whatever. We'll take it, but whatever. he beat Zhang. He's got a win over Zhang, a legitimate win as well. Not like a Hrgovic beat Zhang, but it was more of a life and death fight. Parker really did box his head off. It was really only the 2 knockdowns which half saved Zhang in that fight. Outside of that, it's hard to give him rounds. He weren't active enough. So Parker's literally, at this point, I'm not going to lie, who here's got Fury beating Zhang on points? It's a 50-50 life and death fight. So in terms of who's actually proven something, name someone better than Parker. You could maybe say Caballero. Caballero stopped 2 dudes, but what have they done? What's Frank Sanchez done? What did Anslecki, Nifandaral, Makhmudov do? We don't know. So in terms of legitimate wins, beating Zhang, beating Wilder. And Wilder at the time was coming off the... Who did he fight? Was it Bumlenius? I think he sparked Bumlenius out. He sparked Bumlenius out, and he was building up for the AJ fight, and he fought Parker. It was a massive underdog, Parker. So Parker, there is a risk. Well, there's not a risk. I'm not going to lie to you. There's not a risk. I'd like to sit here and tell you there's a risk. There's no risk. Dubois going straight through him. Yeah. Joe Joyce... listen, Parker's probably got better, but pressure bust pipes, man. Joe Joyce is slow as molasses, and he don't have the punch for punch that Dubois has. Or... He's not as ferocious as Dubois, or as quick, or as powerful. If you got worn down by slow Joyce, Dubois is going to be on your ass. He really is going to be on your ass. I don't think Dubois is going to respect the power. I really don't. Dillian White had a life and death war with Parker. So that shows you Dillian White, he's been knocked out. AJ knocked his ass out. So if you ain't got the power to proper fill Dillian White in, or proper fill anyone in, you couldn't fill Wilder in either, man. Wilder was ready to go. If you ain't got that power to fill some of these lower level guys in, Dubois is going to walk straight through you, like he did with Hrgovic. But worse, because Hrgovic can punch. More so than Parker. Yeah? And he's telling you here, nothing's changed. And that is what I do respect about Dubois. He's proven it now. He's coming straight at you with bad intentions. Yeah? His dad's... You got Stan Dubois around him. He's got the old yard tunes around him. He can't lose now. That's the truth. He's going straight through all of them. What they can do? They're getting 100%. He's sending them to have a meeting with their maker. Respectfully as well. Listen, Dubois does it honourably. Yeah, how many times have we seen AJ lose on points and be like, oh man, crying. He couldn't. Dubois did AJ the way he's supposed to be done. Give him a warrior's death. There's no whining and complaining. You just got filled right the way in, right? Who here saw AJ complaining? That's how he's supposed to do these dudes. There's no complaining and, oh, the ref robbed me. He's supposed to fill him right in so they know what time it was. The Usyk don't do that, man. He's too faffing around and stinking the place out on points. Dubois does what he's supposed to do. Yeah? Give them an honourable passing. Bash! Send them to Valley. AJ ain't even a warrior like that, but he got sent there. See that one there? Yeah? Dubois obliged him, and that's what happened to Parker. I like Parker, he's doing well, but this is where his journey ends. The Parker story ends here. And if it doesn't end here, I'll be pissed off, to be honest, because it means the whole Dubois hype train's over. Yeah, please, Danny D, man, don't let me see you lose on points. Please don't let me see you lose on points to Parker, man. Don't let me see you do it, because that was set up for one of the biggest stinkers of all time. Parker versus Usyk. And that, the way the world's going these days, that's how it's looking. We're going to get Parker versus Usyk. I had someone in the comments saying, YB, Parker versus Usyk's a banger, is it? It'll be a stinker. It really will be a stinker, that one. Because Usyk can't punch enough to hurt Parker. Parker can't punch enough to hurt Usyk. And they'll both be, I don't know what they'll be doing. And it'll be a stinker. It'll be I'll bet on the fight going points for sure. That fight will go to points. So, I'm so sure. There'll be no damage at all ever done. Yeah?
And I'm not overlooking anything, but I'll be ready for him.
What does he do well, in your opinion?
Wherever he does well, I'll do better. With stronger, wherever he does well, I'll do better.
Seems like you're in a state of mind. Whoever's in the opposite corner to you, you don't really care about what they do.
Feeling like I can go through these guys like a train now, and keep that momentum going. And yeah, I'm on a roll.
You heard Dubois. He said, listen, I'm running a train on these dudes' arse. No diddy. Yeah? That's what he said. I'm running a train on these dudes' arse. No diddy. Pause. That's what he's doing. And I believe it. Listen, I've got the $50 on right now. It's going to end up being a oneer as well. By the time February 22nd comes, we've got a oneer at 1.5 decimal. I think it's gone down as well. There's been some New Zealand homosexuals who have boosted up Joe Parker's odds. Let's have a look here, actually. Let's have a looky here. Whoop-de-whoop. Dubois. Here we go. I like this all day and night. If I had $1,000, I'd put $1,000 on it right now. $600, free coins. Seriously, this is free. If you've got $1,000 hanging around, well, it's not. No, it's. If you put $1,000 on now, yeah, you'd get $520 back, cash. Bash. What's Parker gonna do, man? What's Parker gonna do? What do you think Parker gonna do? He's gonna get. I think Parker will be in the fight. He'll be in the fight till about round 6 or 7. And then the pressure will come. Parker gassed out against Dillian White 10 years ago. He goosed himself hanging. If you're gassing out against slow foot, Lumber and Dillian White, when Dubois sticking it on you, you're going to fall apart. By round 7, it'll be obvious. In fact, I'm waiting for the odds to come out for the KO. And see what they die. In fact, I might put 50 on Dubois to win. He can't. In fact, I'm not even going to. I might have to cancel that. Or at least I'll put 50 on. Let's have a look at the odds. Odds checker. Dubois versus Parker. I want to see what the KO odds are. Because, listen, for me, it's all or nothing. So I shouldn't really put 50 on Dubois just to win. I should put the whole wanna on Dubois to knock his ass out. Because if he don't knock his ass out, it's over. I'm not backing. I'm not just trying to make money here. I'm back. This is about it's a concept. Yeah, we're filling dudes in. Pause. That's what we're doing. We're filling them right the way in, and that's what I'm getting behind. I'm putting my money behind Dubois going in there and proper doing this Plumber from New Zealand some proper arm. Seriously, I like Parker. He's got kids and that. I wish him the best, but seriously, some proper harm going to come of him. He can't. There's levels to this game. Dubois has too much levels now. He's too hungry. So Dubois by KO, you can basically double your money. You put 100 quid on, you get 100 quid profit back, or £95 profit back. I'll put 50 on that as well at some point when it comes out on Betfair. It's not on there right now. It's not really a big difference. It's not a big difference really. But listen, if Dubois wins on points, it's a stinker, right? If Dubois has to win on points, it's a complete stinker. He's not going to do nothing with Usyk. I don't care if he wins 12 rounds. I really don't. Honestly, I don't even really care if Dubois does what Zhang did kind of thing. Dubois ends up winning on points, puts him down a few times. He's got a proper. That's not going to be enough, I don't think. It's got to be a proper whooping. Proper. It's got to be a proper one of them for him. Yeah. Totally ferocious. And you have to... And Dubois showed this to his credit. It's got to be you or him. That's the mentality you have to have. It's me or this guy. That isn't defined by stinking a place out on points. I'm sorry. When these cats win on points, they're like, oh yeah, I'm the best. No, you're not really, are you? You ain't life and death, man. That's what points mean. Points, in my mind, means life and death. Unless you're proper... At least you're having... Listen, if you're having a go and leaving it all out there and you can't finish the goal, that's one thing. But seeing people cruise to points wins, it doesn't really... For me, it ain't really proven much. It's prove you can have a faff along. I'm better at faffing along than you are. Yeah? You didn't fill them in. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to a win. A win isn't just a win like Floyd Mayweather tells you. When you tear the consciousness, the fabric of consciousness, spark out of someone's body, bash, that is the top level. There's nothing topper than that. Yeah? You tear a man, pause, from his unwillingly. You tear a man unwillingly from his consciousness. Wow, that's a violation, man. You violated him. I told you before, in the Vanderbilt times, the rock here, bash on the side of your head, and that would have been your ass, right? There'd be some zesty, didified Nefanderall. He'd get a rock and would lick it upside your head. You lose consciousness. Take it. That's all happened. Seriously. How many Nefanderalls do you think got like that? There must have been a bag of them, right? Millions of them probably over history would have been done that way. Yeah, the Nefanderall did he. Let's call it spare. You know it went down like that. There'd be enough of them zesty ones out there. Anyway, back to the point. There's some more bars here from Danny D before we get out of here.
That's a scary thought. You mentioned something there that you're not overlooking Joseph Parker. Now I'm going to just bring this up. In Riyadh, Usyk Fury 2, you got in the ring obviously with Alexander Usyk. We'll come on to that in a second. But your attention isn't on Usyk or the Undisputed at the moment, is it? No. It's fully on Joseph Parker.
Yeah. He could, who knows? Who even knows what Usyk's going to do? He might retire, I don't know. But right now, my intention is on Parker. And all of that was, got to make some noise. And, it's boxing at the end of the day. So, that's what it happened.
You said you put him to sleep. Do you have a prediction in terms of what round? Late?
Well, when I'm in camp and I'm feeling it, but I definitely feel I'll go through him. And, shut him down, put him just, do what I have to do, really, by any means necessary.
Well, we saw Zhang put him down twice. Yeah. I mean, if you get him in that position, he's not getting back up. I'll
finish him. No, 3 rounds, I'll finish him.
Finish him. That's what will happen. Pause. 100%. He's going to finish, dude. That's what we're looking to do. We're looking to finish, man. Yeah? That's what I've been looking to buy into for a long time. That's what I'm betting. I'm going to put 50 on. I'll put a 50 on Dubois by KO as well. I'm not going to pick the round. Picking rounds, there's no point doing that. There's no edge there, for sure. Bet on a KO is hard enough. I seldomly do it. But people are like, round 3. You're never going to pull that off, man. Over time. You're never going to pull off picking a round. Or even a group of rounds. I'll never forget. I had 50 quid on, and it was for 50 quid, 100 to 1. So it would have paid out like 5 grand profit. I had 50 quid on Caleb Plant to stop someone in the last rounds. And he got it. It was not Demetrius. It was one of them brothers. He sparked him and dug a grave for him. That one came through. And then it was Devin Haney to stop Kambosos in the rematch. And Devin Haney didn't finish his dinner, man. Just slap him. I don't know what he was doing, jabbing, stinking the place out, man. Kambosos was gagging to go as well. It's not right, honestly, it's not. It's like seeing a wounded animal. When we see a wounded animal in the wild, what do? Yeah? You don't want to see it suffer. Kambosos was suffering in there. But Devin Haney didn't want to finish your dinner, man. It was awful. Oh, that's horrible, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't you shouldn't do people like that. When they're ready to go, you have to do what's the right thing, put them out of their misery, and especially at this level of the game. Yeah. At this level of the game, that's what you have to do. Is your obligation. If this man ain't good enough to survive 12 rounds, which Kambosos wasn't, you finish your dinner, man. You don't. Come on. And you better yet, you don't bump my money either. That could have been 5 bags there. Although, to be fair, I didn't expect Plant to do nothing either. That was lucky there. I got lucky with Plant and unlucky with... I should have known Devin Haney don't stop no one. To be fair, But listen, Dubois told you here. Wicked intentions. Truly bad mind intentions he's got for this Parker. We like Parker. Parker, for me, has got one of the best comeback stories. Out of Dubois, is one of the best... Well, certainly long-term wise, Parker looked finished after Slow Joyce. Looked proper finished. It's only because Dubois has done a crazy year. These two men have got some of the, certainly in recent history, some of the best comebacks I've seen. To be honest, I can't think of someone better. Normally when fighters are over the hill like AJ, has he got better? No, he just stunk the place out. It's got worse. Fury, the same thing. Once they peak, it's all over. We thought we saw the peak of Parker. We thought we saw the peak of Dubois. We haven't. So maybe Parker gets better. I don't see it. I really don't. I never bet on KOs. Maybe that's a bad omen. And what I will say is, the whole Usyk situation, again, that can be a bad omen. There's been a few fighters recently, or in recent history, or in history full stop, that start talking about the next fight, and it seems to be almost like a curse. They talk about, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Recently, we had Johnny Fisher. I want a towel mark. If they pay me. Oops. You got punched above Dave Allen. That said, if you're coming in there with truly wicked intentions, it don't matter. Yeah. If Dubois is proper going in there and he's feeling wicked, Parker can't. There's nothing Parker can do. There's no amount of omens. Yeah. There's no amount of omens that can do nothing with Daniel Dubois. He's too big, too strong, too hungry. If he goes in there on it. If he comes out like he did against Usyk, which is, again, so far the recent data is he's red hot. But if he comes out not on it, he might get boxed up. At this point in time now, I'm willing to back it because he's shown enough now. He stuck it on AJ. He stuck it on Herkovic. He stuck it on Miller. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like with the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one, people. Stop it.